We're rolling, yeah, we're rolling, woo! Welcome, gamers and geeks, to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we are playing City of Gates 2.0. There it is, episode 48. So we've got 5 players here today, which is awesome. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, Dex. Name's Rawlish. I'm designated wizard, fire support, and general wanker. Hello, buddy.
Anyone else?
Hello.
Last.
Go,
Allison.
Hello, I play Wilhelm Darkmoon, Rogue, Fire Extraordinaire, Drow Rats, and sharpest, pointiest thing in
Yes.
stabby.
You are the stabbiest, yes. Alrighty. So Genrilla or Kiori?
I play Kiori, who is a druid, cleric, Goliath person, and I'm very tired.
And I guess that leaves me. I will be playing Genrilla, the half-elven werebear bard paladin rogue. Just kinda, yeah. I'm have a range.
Alright. And last but not least, the long absent but suddenly returned.
Yes, I will be playing Wilhelm the Owlin, a wizard artificer who has been on a small vacation.
Okay. What happened last time we played, folks?
One of them.
Dwarven lands.
The Dwarven Lands?
Yes. Where we went to get some adamantine for Genrilla, so she can have her armor. Went to a contest against a dwarf to mine it because he wanted her hand in marriage.
Yep.
For reasons. He did some cheating on his part. We did some on ours. And
You ended up causing a cave-in, which crippled the guy.
that was his own fault.
Well, I mean, technically, it was Genrilla's fault. I was the one smacking things with sonic energy.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there was a chance he was going to cave it anyway. He was going to use dynamite.
Yes, but
I mean, if I didn't steal it from him. But
yes,
yeah.
you stole his dynamite. Yes.
Got the material we needed. Give it to a blacksmith for him to make some armor. It was going to take a few days, so Genrilla, Gwendolyn, and Curie decided to go to City of Gate. Not City, Coal City. Since it was nearby to do some downtime. And we met a prick. He has his own little soapbox claiming that he is of the higher race, while the drow, beast folk, goblins.
Pretty much anything that's not human, elf, dwarf, or halfling / gnome is
Bad.
lesser. Yeah. Go on.
Did some negotiating The guards were called in, but then like the prick got scared away by rats. I wonder who summoned them. Looking towards Curie.
Why did
I have no idea what you're talking about.
why did you suddenly have to escape the guards after you called them on this guy who was clearly being a dick?
Because the city is a little bit racist.
And they supported his right to free speech, but not yours.
Yep. So then we went to hide into a church.
In a temple, yes.
Unfortunately, the church was also racist. And it was a Baylor. A Paylor, so...
Paylor, yes. I was going to say
Paylor down things a little. Nope. Darn you similar words.
I understand.
Yeah. Did some investigating and then just stay the night over there.
Yep. I believe that Kiori decided to sleep in eagle form. Just because the eagle is Paylor's, like, sacred animal.
Yeah.
Toby, what? What is it, Toby dog, huh? What's the matter? So, anyway. So yeah, you had your long rest there at the Temple of Paylor. And what are you doing this morning? And I suppose what we really should be asking, what has Paylor, what has Wilhelm been up to in his absence?
So he has been doing a mix of copying down excess spells he had and finishing a perfect teleportation circle to the horde for the genie. It was a genie, right?
Yeah.
Under the city.
A Dow genie.
For the genie of the city. So
Yeah.
so he can get instant teleportation and have his own kind of secret lair.
Yep. So he's been using his vast stalks of wealth to do what?
Oh, he's been sitting on it. I don't know if there's anything he'd want. I mean, maybe things to help make him a better caster, provide better defense, but...
You didn't use it to build anything cool, or learn any new spell?
He definitely built robots. He built new and improved versions of Solomon, aka Warforged.
Check out the Platinum Edition!
Solomon on crack.
Made out of actual platinum, because you've got so much of it now.
You know, an ungodly amount. He's never going to use all of it.
Okay. And so you're still at the City of Gate, or...
Eventually, probably...
Did you set up a... Did you set up a little workshop down in Goblinopolis and use goblins as your workforce?
He probably would have set up a small little workshop in Goblinopolis. Since he kind of helped kill half of them last time. More than half, I think. He killed a lot.
Yeah.
And he'll provide to pay them too, so they're loyal workers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still goblins though, so watch out for backstabbing.
Yeah, which is why he won't give them anything expensive. Like pseudo expensive, but not access to the horde.
I see. Okay. So, yeah, the dawn breaks in the Dwarven lands. Excuse me, not Dwarven lands. In Coal City. You wake up all in your cells. Of course, it's a temple of Paylor, so the sun streams in through the windows at dawn. Temple is just built specifically to allow that to happen. What do you guys want to do? So Genrilla has become a robot.
Okay.
Stretchies.
There we go.
I'll go let him out again.
Sorry.
I'm gonna wake up and go into the others.
What is it?
Okay.
What could you possibly want outside now?
Toby's being a prick.
Apparently.
So. Yeah. So you've gone to find Gwyn and Kiori and gather them all together, and Rollish.
Yep. Rollish is still in the Dwarven lands because we couldn't get him to wake up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he got left behind. So yeah, you got.
Yeah, there's a couple things that need to get done.
Yeah, Rollish. Yeah, because the night before you'd stayed at the tavern, drinking it and having a little bit of fun with the dwarven locals, right?
Or a couple of nights. I want to say we stayed 2 nights
Yes.
at least in the Dwarven lands, and then
And that whole time, apparently, the dwarven women didn't let Rollish out of his room. So.
wow,
Or something. I'm
Or
assuming that's
something.
what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was glitching.
Yeah, something along those lines.
So yes. Rollish, you wake up exhausted in the Dwarven lands in your hotel room.
Yep.
Several,
Okay.
several broad-shouldered and beardy women around you.
What the fuck did I do last night?
And the night before.
So, I suppose the first thing is wondering where my dear old erstwhile companions have gone. Have they left me a message or some such? Like a PM or something?
Did you guys leave him a message?
No, because I figured I would be back on the next morning or in the next day to check on the armor, let him know where we went, and then yeah.
So yeah, there is.
My friends have disappeared. I've got no way of contacting them and nowhere.
You have no idea.
I don't know whether.
You don't even know that yet. All you know at the moment is you've woken up in bed. It's been a couple of days. You probably should catch up with your friends and explain why you've been absent, or at least apologize for your absence and hope they don't ask too many questions. But yeah, you don't know that they've left you there.
All right.
So.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to leave the room, leave all these lovely women behind, and I'm going to what to do. I'm going to go down and see if the barkeep is anywhere.
There is indeed a bartender polishing mugs behind the bar, getting prepared for the day. Probably already serving some of the early morning miners.
Right. Alright. Hello, friend. How's it going?
Alright.
Listen, I came in with a group. You wouldn't have to know where they went, would you? If they left a message with you at all?
No message.
No worries. Is there a tab that I need to pick up?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, well, is there? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Inside check. Like, is there a tab that I like? Does he present me a bill? And if so, because yeah.
Let me just look that out for you. All right. He attempts to quickly, like, change some details on a on a bill behind the counter. But because he rolled a 9, I'm betting you see that shit for his sleight of hand. I bet you catch it.
Right. All right. Well, okay, fair enough. I guess all drinks last night were on the hats.
No, you got this bill to pay.
First off, that's not my name. Second off, and I'm going to go down it, picking out what's wrong.
Well,
Second off, that is that is more alcohol than I could elvenly drink. That is more alcohol than I'm capable of drinking without passing into a alcohol-induced coma.
wasn't just
Since
you.
I'm not.
Wasn't just you, was it? It was those ladies as well.
Well, that's unfortunate, but since, again, not my name, not an elven,
Well,
since that is not my name, and since I've seen you modifying them details,
I was just adding the last few bits from the last night, that's all. Bits that I'd
yeah,
forgotten.
bullshit, mate. So,
But let's put it another way, knife here. You pay that, or you're banished from the Dwarven lands forever. How's that?
alright, no worries.
And be intimidating.
You're not there, I'm afraid.
Nice.
Alright, no worries, no worries.
What's he going to do?
Well, how much is the bill?
Let's say it's 327 gold coins.
Okay. Alright. Alright, in that case, with that in mind, I am going to pay up because I have absolutely no interest in, I have absolutely no interest in furthering this gentleman or giving him a reason to throw me out of the city.
Fair.
He can't throw you out.
He doesn't know that. But anyway, so you pay him the 327, yeah? Yes?
I suppose so. And then I'm going to reach out, see where my friends are. I mean, are there any ways I can get in touch with them? Like, let's see what spells I have.
Sending?
I presume I am fully long rested. I have all my shit.
Yes.
In terms of resources.
Yeah. You also would be level 20. Like everyone else.
Okay. Well, my sheet hasn't been leveled up because that is the first I know. This is the first I know about that. So,
sorry. I thought I'd mentioned it in the RP chat. I didn't realise that you didn't see it. So, yeah, you can decide where you want to put another level. Whether you want to go to Wizard 16 or Artificer 5, that's up to you.
Okay.
While you're fiddling with that, and so while Rollish is looking around the tavern and the town trying to find Curie, Gwyn, and Genrilla, or anybody who knows where they are, you can be fiddling with your character sheet. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sweet. In the meantime, now that Ellen is back, we can return to the Temple of Palor and see what Curie, Gwyn, and Genrilla are up to.
Well,
So what would you do first thing in the morning?
find breakfast.
Find breakfast. Okay. So, I mean, you were shown the mess hall.
Yeah, so we'll head. I'm going to look for them, and if I don't see them immediately, I'm going to head to the mess hall because I'm hungry.
Okay. And Curie and Gwyn, would you also be getting yourself some grub?
Do like the morning ritual things
Morning ritual things.
and then go get food.
Fair. Toby, what?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, food sounds good. Elizabeth will, I guess, like slowly walk towards the mess hall. A little bit, I guess, in a daze because all the brightness.
Yeah. Passing by Curie's cell on the way. Possibly. What is your passive Curie? 15. Yeah, you'd see as you were doing your morning routine, you would see Gwyn making her way slowly and carefully down the corridor like she was blind. What would you do?
Help.
You go help?
Go help her get down the stairs.
Okay. Genrilla, having gotten to the mess hall first, you'd see that what is mostly available is a porridge-like substance.
Better than nothing.
You can kill me if you like.
What did your kid just say?
She told her sister she could hold something if she liked.
Oh,
Although,
I heard a completely different word.
well, she said chewy, but I'm not sure
Okay.
what she was referring to.
Okay. All right then.
Yay!
I honestly
Go
thought she
us.
said, "You can kill me if you like."
But no, definitely not. Not that.
No,
That is definitely that. Oh wow. Okay then.
that's why I was disturbed.
Nobody understand.
Okay. So, yes. So you, the three of you eventually will all be in the mess hall eating gruel, as long as, you know, you can all stomach it.
Temple food.
Do we need to make constitution rolls?
No, I mean, it's perfectly palatable. In fact, it's completely bland and tasteless. There's nothing...
It's probably created by Create Food and Water. Nutritious but bland.
Yes.
Ah. I guess Gwendolyn will be on a hunt for some hot sauce.
Wait, don't bother. Presto.
Presto, very nice.
Thank
Yay.
I had to make sure I had that one as one of my bard ones. But yes, prestidigitation. Our food had taste. Oh.
Hooray! What flavor did you add?
I don't. What would you like your food to taste like?
Okay. It's my turn to take Toby out. I'll be back.
I could go with your drink stuff.
Well, I figured that the three of you could talk amongst yourselves and RP what your plans were for today. Well, I'm doing this.
Basically, whatever. So yeah, I can change the flavorless stuff to whatever you guys want it to taste like. Just let me know, and I'll make it more appealing.
Mushroom risotto.
Presto for that.
Mushroom biscuits.
Presto for that. I'll keep mine simple and basically like a maple brown sugar oatmeal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, at least one of us has to go back to the Dwarven lands, because I want to see. It's been a day or two. I know we spent some time in the Dwarven lands. I think we stayed the night after we gave it over to the blacksmith, so that may have been one day. One day here, he may be just about done with my armor. Plus, really should pick up Rawlish because we kind of left him hanging in the wind.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And before we get super started on the stuff here, I would like to get back to Gate, because, and she will pull out the box. For a reason.
Yeah.
I'd like to have this turned into the item that we need to collect it for.
Yeah.
And we might want to tell your shopkeeper that we're gonna be taking an extended stay. Wow, I could learn to talk real well outside of the city, so that they're prepped for that. Kiri.
Yeah. I just thought of something.
What?
Sorry, I just heard a child scream.
Yeah. Around this house, that's kind of hard to avoid.
Okay, I was gonna say, if we're gonna do Revolution, why don't we start in City's Gate?
Because that's a much harder thing, because we have to jump to the other side of the gate and deal with whatever's causing the weirdness over there that slowly spreads decay to our side of the gate, and it just seemed like a lot at the moment. And here we can actually, identify the problems, either try to convince them that they're wrong with our words, or,
That's fair. I guess this can just be a practice.
Yeah, we could use this as practice on how to deal with, the bigger problem. Plus, I don't know if every city in this land is sitting on top of a thinning in between the plains that invite, the lower plains to our plane to be a problem. Like they say the gate is, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll soon find out.
It's starting to seem like there's a lot of, I guess, cracks all over in each of the towns so far.
I have a query. How far
Yeah.
does Gates... Not Gate. Where are we now? Coal City.
Coal City.
Yes.
Where's its, like, state boundaries? Because what we could do is build a little house just outside of its boundaries and use that as our little outpost.
I would assume. I'd have to double check. But my guess is that the primary city would be within the walls. If there's anything outside of it, it's pseudo-governed by it. But I also think that they don't pay as much attention to the things outside the walls as they do inside, because, that's probably for the poor.
Mm-hmm. And that also might be where we can find more people who would be willing to go against it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You might need to bring out a map. Oh, there is a map.
So, but yeah,
Oh, there it is.
but like I said, before we get seriously started on all of that, I do. I would say I go by myself, but traveling alone in these lands is never wise.
Inadvisable, yes.
Yeah, because we need to go get your armor.
Yeah.
And like I said, so we definitely need to swing back by the dwarves and at least take part of a day in Gate to make sure things are going to run smoothly while we're gone extendedly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can travel back. And now that we have some idea of what we're facing here, we can be better prepared for all of that.
Yeah.
So, if you ladies are ready,
And head off to the Dwarven lands again?
yeah, we're gonna go from here to the dwarves and then back to. I think that makes the most efficient sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you head off across the plains, back to the welcoming city of the Dwarven lands. I'm sorry, what?
Giggling. It's a giggling baby.
Okay.
All of these are just
Those
bad.
dark woods are getting weird.
The dark will do what now?
I said the dark woods are getting weird.
Man,
It's mostly a joke.
where is Timber?
They're creepy. No matter whatever anybody says, that place is just
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, this map isn't 100% exactly where you are in the timeline right now. But, yeah, because the, you may notice there's a few...
Down.
Never mind.
Down.
Okay, so the tents and stuff that are between Coal City and Derp, they're not on... That's not happening at this point in time. So, but anyway, head back to Dwarven lands. Is there anything in particular you want to do on the way? Do you want to pass through the town centre? Do you want to actively avoid it?
Can I do anything devious?
Sorry, what?
I would suggest that we tactically wait it for the moment, seeing as we already drew some attention to ourselves the day before, and if we're looking to actually make a change later, we probably don't want to be too much on the radar of the guard.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
It's not like we stick out or anything.
Well, one of us can darn near become a shadow. I unfortunately fit into their idea of what is right, as long as I don't do certain things. The only one that sticks out, Kiori, is you. No offense meant.
Yeah, I know.
But I think you stick out in wonderful ways because you are a wonderful person and they're a bunch of blow-hearted idiots.
Yeah, they're just jealous.
Clearly.
And don't feel too bad. I honestly look creepy. Or at least standoffish in my attire, so don't worry, Curie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried.
Okay. So, as you're walking through the city, trying to avoid large public spaces, you cut through a fairly poor part of town that is predominantly populated by beast folk. And yeah, their living conditions are horrible.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there they are. Yeah. And
Sometimes she's scarily appropriate.
And as you're making your way through filthy streets of broken glass and trash, you hear a voice booming out across the city from the direction of the park. To that point, as you realize that there's a tall, thin tower standing, like, that's visible from everywhere in the city, and it's there that the voice is coming from. Basically, it's a town crier giving like the morning news report that there was a small skirmish last night between a group of beast folk and the guards. The terrorists were rounded up and imprisoned. You know, that sort of report. Basically, everything that this newsreader is saying makes it sound like it's propaganda designed to make the people of the city distrust the beast folk. Yay. The people in the dirty houses and tenement buildings around you don't even look up.
Toby, come here. Over there. Toby. Hey, I'm not going out again.
You doing anything in particular, or you're just going to keep walking? Stick to the plan.
I'm gonna mutter under my breath about how deeply rooted things are here and how it's going to take a lot of work, but gonna stick to the plan, because if we're going to do this, want those added benefits that we're going to get from the stuff when we get everything. Plus, more people means more firepower, so pick up Rush.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you keep going. you see lots of poverty and misery everywhere, including some poorer parts of town occupied by humans, where the humans are busy gossiping and complaining about the state that the city has got, and it's all them beast folks' fault, and you know. But yeah. Eventually you get out of Cool City and make your way across the plains relatively peacefully back to the Dwarven Lands. When you get through the gates of the Dwarven Lands, you can see Rollish in the market square. Clearly he's been looking for you.
Hey, Rollish! Over
Rollish.
here!
Hey guys, nice to leave a fucking note or something.
Well, we'll be back, and
You
not
broke up.
want to left, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Right, sorry, what was that? 1 by 4. That was 1 by 5. I did not catch a word of that.
Yeah, that was mostly robotic there, sorry.
Wow. We knew we would be back shortly.
Yes.
You seem to be quite busy in your room, and we did not want to interrupt. Sorry.
Yes, it was a very enthusiastic game of Parcheesi. Yes, had to hold them off with a chair. Now, I mean, I'd say I had to hold them off with a whip, but some of them seem to be into that kind of thing. But there we go. Neither here nor there. So, what the fuck have you guys got for me to do today?
Well, we took a trip to Coal City to see what was going on there. Are they a bunch of
Tosses.
interesting interesting people?
All right.
Could really use a part of me just wants to say burn the whole city down and start over, but
Yeah.
that's a bit
Yeah.
extreme.
I mean, okay, if you say so. Right. Okay. So, I presume you want me because I can do the whole blowing up shit thing.
Well, yeah, we're gonna need some more.
Roboting again.
My God, what is with this phone?
No idea. I heard that bit.
Anyway, I swear, if I don't have it like practically on top of my face, it says it's roboting. Yes, we need extra oomph if we're gonna start a revolution there. So we came looking for you. Plus, I have an order here that we need to pick up. Hopefully, if it's not.
Yeah, they overcharged me, by the way. They fucking ripped me off 300 gold. Old for fucking, well,
Which bar ripped you off?
that one. And I point back towards the bar. It's all right. I'm gonna sort it out. I mean, you'd think bars in the city would know better than to, than to stitch people up when everyone in the city has access to high explosive and mining equipment, But hey, some folks going to learn today, I guess.
They don't do it to the dwarves. They don't do it to their fellow dwarves. Just to outside.
It's just because you're a
Well, that's
tourist.
unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess they're going to learn about explosive decompression and how much fun that can be.
Or
Good
we
luck.
can just give you your money back, and we can not cause, an entire group of people to hate us.
Yeah, just give me like 10 minutes.
I mean,
I can get your money real quick.
they already hate me just by virtue of being an elf.
Do you want them to hate you more?
I mean, it doesn't matter what I do, they're going to hate me, so fuck it. him for a penny, him for a penny.
And then there's chasing you across the lands, hating you.
You don't want to end up in a dwarven book of grudges. You really don't.
Alright, we'll fucking leave it then.
Lilia will hand you 30 platinum.
Thank you. Alright. Fuck this town anyway. Let's go get your order and then fuck off. You've said blow things up and you've got my attention.
Well, we have one other stop to make before we can do that, because remember we came here for a reason, and we're gonna stop by and get that done and take care of a couple other things real quick. But yeah, we definitely are gonna be blowing stuff up shortly.
Right. I thought I was the reason.
We've got to go back to Gate because we want to make sure that the Kiori shop, is ready to handle us being gone for an extended period of time. And I want to talk to Mike because he sent us here to collect Tarrasque, and I have that for him. So I want my.
All right then.
That's the only other thing. I mean.
All right, let's fucking do it then, and let's
Yeah, so we're gonna head to the blacksmith and see where what the status of the armor is.
Alright. So you head to the blacksmith. And see what?
Hey. How close to done is my armor?
Your armor?
Is it not the right blacksmith?
Yes, the right blacksmith, yeah.
Oh, don't. I will be speaking in Dwarven with him. Like, don't mess around. I paid you for that adamantium full plate.
Do you have your receipt? I'm just messing with you. I got it.
Cool. So,
You want to make sure that it fits right?
yes, please.
Okay.
So I assume then he helps me put on the...
Put on the armor, yes.
Cool.
Looking pretty smart. Looking pretty smart. Alright.
Nice.
Now, can I interest you in some insurance?
Why would I need insurance? It's adamantium.
Yeah, but if it gets broken or dinged up or stolen, you can come back and get a replacement. Or get it repaired.
Well, unless it's broken too badly, I think we have some people with mending.
Alright. Just,
And if it's the only way, I'm pretty sure the only way it's getting stolen is if I'm dead. But how much would the insurance cost?
well, let's see. It is a expensive bit of kit. So I think probably 20 gold a month should make sure that anything that happens to it, you can get it repaired.
Can I get do I have this dwarf's name so that, like, if I'm out somewhere, I can hire a messenger to send it back to him?
Yes.
So, is it okay if some of it comes by messenger, so that I don't have to travel here every month if I'm busy?
Sure, you can deliver it. That's absolutely fine. Just, yeah. Tell whoever's coming that they're here on behalf of.
Oh, I'll make sure that they have a note that describes exactly who it's from and what it's for. So there can be absolutely no questions about it.
All right. Delby the Smith.
But for this one, she will have two platinum for this currently.
Excellent. Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy your ramen.
Thank you. While we're here, Anthony, I guess I'm going to go to the tavern real quick because I'm going to look for that one dwarf to see if he his contract written up so that he can continue running the mine that I took from him.
His employee contract.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you find the one-legged dwarf. He's currently involved in a little. There's a bunch of dwarves betting on how far he can kick a tankard with his new leg. Hey.
Hey. You got your contract out? Or written up that I can read over?
Sure. I've got a standard employee contract available here. It's all boilerplate.
Read over the contract real quick, see if where it's trying to hose somebody because it's dwarves.
So I want you to do an investigation check as you read over it. If anybody who thinks they have a better eye for legalese wants to help, or even read it for them, by all means volunteer. Anyone but Wilhelm, of course, because you're not there.
Sure.
Question: how many Warforged would William have been able to make?
Warforged?
Yeah, he was making Warforged, not Solomon's anymore. Warforged.
Warforged themselves are. I'm hearing my own voice.
That's probably mine. I had my headset turned up really high.
Okay.
There you
go. Okay. So.
Either Warforged or Steel Defenders, whichever one would have been easier for him.
Steel Defenders or even Shield Guardians, because they don't have a soul. Warforged are unique in that they have a soul.
Yeah. And I don't have souls to start plugging into stuff. Alright, yes, it would have been Steel Guardians and Steel Defenders.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But, it's only been like a week or two, right?
Honestly, don't know, Anthony. we do so much, and and sometimes we cover 2 or 3 days in a session, and sometimes we cover a day in 3 sessions.
True. Wilhelm, roll a d10.
A d10? Okay. Yeah, I'm asking just to make sure. 3.
You managed to get 3 completed Shield Guardians.
Perfect. One of them will be deployed at his Goblinopolis building factory, where he has them building body parts, and the other 2 are bodyguards for the Horde.
Bear in mind that Shield Guardians are not autonomous. You have a control amulet for each of them. They obey They obey the commands of whoever is attuned to that amulet.
This is going to be really interesting. Then, never mind. Oh yeah, they're all guard the Horde. That gives me an idea. Okay.
Cool.
But at one point, he will probably go back to Kiori's shop and see if he can figure out where everybody is.
Okay.
But we can wait for that. You can go
Yes.
back to them.
Yes. All right. What Gwyn, Kiori, and oh yeah, so they were reading over the contract. Okay. Yeah, Generilla, it looks to you like this contract essentially signs ownership of the mines back over to the dwarf.
What's the question?
Sorry? Can you hear me?
What did we learn? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. It appears that the wording of the contract it makes it sound like the ownership of the mines will be signed back over to the dwarf. He's not just going to be managing them, he will be the owner and operator once again.
Funny little dwarf. You guys are not known for your humor.
What do you mean? Well, it's a standard employee contract. Just sign it, we'll be done. You can go back to wherever you're from, and I can get along with running the mine for you.
Except for the fact you wouldn't just be running the mine, you would be taking back ownership from me by a piece of paper.
Only in the most dire of circumstances, I assure you.
I don't think your fellow dwarves would see it that way.
My fellow dwarves would consider me a laughingstock if the mine that I ran was actually owned by anything but a dwarf.
Well, then you shouldn't have waged mine against my hand in marriage.
If you hadn't caused that cave-in, I would have won that contest, and we'd be family by now.
Oh yes, with your magic drill and your explosives. That could have just as easily have caused a cave-in as anything I might or might not have done.
Are you saying my machinery was the cause of that cave-in?
I'm saying that you gave yourself several unfair advantages in what should have been a fair competition.
Should we call a tribunal?
You know what? Forget it. Have your mind and go be happy.
I will.
I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to waste any more time. I've got other things I need to do.
Well,
And I guess she will sign the contract and hand it back to him so that he can run off and be happy little miney dwarf again.
I knew you loved me, really, he says, winking.
Dude, marrying her would have also made you a laughing stock. No offense to you, Generilla.
No, it wouldn't.
He's not, as much as I'd like to say other things, Gwendolyn, he's not worth my time and effort.
Yeah, he's not.
Dwarf seed is strong. Our children would have been good, strong, dwarven stock.
Blech.
You just keep right on daydreaming there, and she's going to turn and leave because, yep, done. In her now slightly, more intimidating, heavy-ass, adamantine,
Yeah,
dark gray armor.
indeed. So yes, you just got screwed by the dwarves.
I'd rather get screwed that way than the way he wanted to.
Yeah, that would have been very disappointing for him.
What? Are you saying the Generilla is bad at it?
No, I'm saying that the guy wanted dwarves. He might not get them.
He thinks he would. Yeah. But anyway. So, I am a dwarf and I dig in the hole. Anyway.
To gate!
The gate.
Yeah, to gate, yes. Do you guys have a way of fast traveling there, or are you just going to foot slug?
Well, I mean, I think we still have our cart with at least my war horse to pull it. So it's faster than walking.
Yes. Okay, back into the cart. To gate.
Traveling.
In the meantime, Wilhelm, who popped by the shop to see if Kiori and the others just happened to be about, would see that the shop did you build an expansion to the shop?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so the shop is bigger, and the Davin has taken the liberty of hiring more staff since the shop is doing so well. There's also lots of kids running back and forth, and a scarecrow hanging about, and a half-orc who seems to be watching over the kids like she's their nanny.
Interesting.
There's also a bookshop next door.
Oh. Not gonna lie, he was kind of excited to go see Kiri, but then bookshop. So he's gonna kind of just be like, "I'll be back," and he's gonna beeline to the bookshop. He's going in. He's like, "Spells."
Oh,
And just looking around like a crazy person.
I suppose there are some spells around here. Yes. What spells were you looking for? Were you looking for the ancient spellcraft of the of Skelbany, or were you looking for more modern interpretations of magic?
Ancient.
Ancient. Well. I just so happen to have here a treatise upon the forms of magic that were used by the ancients.
How much?
Oh, no. You may sit and read and borrow, but I will not. I cannot allow this book to leave my collection.
Oh, that's fine. He can read it. He's okay with that. You know what? I'm going to edit which Solomon number is following him, because I assume he accidentally lost another Solomon at some point.
Lost another Solomon?
Yep. So Solomon 8 has been asked to stand outside, and if he sees Kiori, let him know.
Fair.
While he just reads through this book.
Okay. You learn, amongst other things. Actually, do an investigation check to see what you pick up from this book as you're skimming through it.
Oh, also, he currently has greater comprehension until his next rest, so I can read any language. Just in case it becomes an issue.
Cool. Good, because it seems to be some dialect of Celestial that it's written in.
Which he does speak as one of the other languages before that. Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not that. 20.
20. Okay. So there's a fascinating paragraph on the subject of sympathetic magic, which is essentially the way that sympathetic magic works is on the principle that things that are similar are basically interchangeable. So, for example, if you are, if you have doorways connected by sympathetic magic, then traveling through one of those doors will take you to the other one.
Okay, that's a...
And he goes on to describe how this magic is used to great effect in the Academy of Magic, which this book is ancient. It's many centuries old, and he talks about a young woman named Lynn, who very kindly gave him a tour of the Academy of Magic, and allowed him to become an honorary member of the Academy.
Interesting. Okay.
The Academy itself is comprised of many locations, the occupants of which are completely unaware of the presence of the academics walking their halls, because along with the sympathetic magic that allow the various doorways and hallways of the Academy to be connected, even though the actual locations are hundreds if not thousands of miles apart from each other, and in some cases come from in some cases from completely different points in time. Grammar also makes use of chronomancy, otherwise known as chronergy, to see to it that while the rooms are being used by the Academy, they exist within a single point in time. They are basically removed from the timeline.
Okay. Yeah, he's starting to get really interested in this book.
At that point, your droid pokes his head into the shop to inform you that that Kiori, Rolish, Generilla, and Gwyn, well, it probably wouldn't know who Generilla was, but that Kiori is on her way.
Alright, he will return the book to the man that allowed him to read it, or to the person that allowed him to read it. Thank them greatly. And
oh, of course, feel free to peruse my shop at any time.
I will hold you up to that. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
And with that, he's going to head outside to get ready to greet the others.
Yep. Okay. So that would have taken some time. Are you three doing? Are you four doing anything in particular? First, or are you heading straight to the herbalism shop first, or?
I mean, I think we'd be. I'd want to be heading straight to.
My guess would be we would be heading straight to the herbalism shop, just because that is a center point of everything we do.
Yes. So. Hi.
And depending on which way we come in, it may be on the way to Mike's anyway. So.
Yeah, it kind of is on the way to Mike's. So yeah.
So we'll just stop off at the herbalism shop.
Mhm. Awesome.
Unless anybody else has a different say, don't let me be the one deciding everything.
No, the herbalism shop sounds good. We can drop off the horses and buggy.
Yes, there would be in a slightly dodgy-looking stable on the outside of town. Cause City Gate, everything's fucking dodgy.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, the four of you approach the herbalism shop and see, to your surprise, Wilhelm, who you haven't seen in ages, weeks.
Is that you?
Wilhelm, good buddy. How you doing?
Hello. How has everybody been?
All right,
Well.
cunt. What have you been up to?
Nothing much. Not gonna lie, I kind of went on a robot binging spree there for a little while. So I have some new toys to show you guys. But that's an issue for later. How have all you guys been?
I've not been bad. I've not been bad, thanks. And these guys haven't been bad either, I think.
Yeah, been good.
Yeah, me as well.
That's good. I'm glad everyone's doing all right.
Oh, we have a new party member. This is Jinrilla.
Hello. What happened to forgive me, memory blanks. What was our
Viola.
original first name?
Viola.
Perfect. Thank God, because I forgot. What happened to Viola?
He wants to say.
She's currently running like Well, do you remember that tavern where Ding King was working from?
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah, we killed him.
Oh. I missed all the fun. Oh, well, good job, guys.
Yeah, it turns out he's now he's now a devil, so
Well.
yeah, a little bit of a nuisance, but Viola took over his shop.
His business.
Yep.
His entire network. Viola did, anyway.
Yeah, Viola did.
Tavern life is the best. Woot.
Yes, we've just been up to all manner of shit. Just killed a Tarrasque, or we picked a fight with a Tarrasque. We met a bunch of other weird shit, and yeah, usual crap.
So you guys have been having all the fun without me now, huh?
I wouldn't go quite that far. It
Shouldn't
seems
have
you've been
left
doing
us.
quite well for yourself.
And we do have some more plans which will be fun.
Well, figured I'd come around to you guys for a little while longer again. I don't have any absences planned, so.
Excellent. Oh,
I'm
you
back.
missed us. You missed us. Is that what it was? You missed us, or you just
Don't tell
want
my
money?
employees that. Oh no, I have more than enough money now.
Ah, good.
Drinks on you then.
So maybe you can help us out with what we're doing then, because we're engaged in a kind of effort to deal with a certain problematic city that's not this one.
Oh, please do tell.
Well, see, the thing is, these fuckers have all left me in a fucking tavern over the last 2 days, so I'm a little curious to hear the details my own self and to determine what the fuck we're going to do about this. Because it's all very well and good saying, right, we're going to blow this, we're going to put a bunch of holes in this city. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know where to put the holes, you're just going to end up with a city with a bunch of holes in it, and it's not going to achieve anything. So I was rather hoping I could get an understanding of what the plan was, if there was even a fucking plan.
That's fair. Maybe blowing some stuff up, as in not literally, but metaphorically.
So,
sorry.
to make sure, this is Wilhelm. So to make sure I understand Rawlish appropriately, the plan is to blow up a city.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are we doing if we're not Swiss cheesing a city?
Okay. While you were out drunk and doing stuff with bearded women,
We don't judge people here.
Hey, they're short. It was 2 for the price of 1. What can I say?
okay, we went to Coal
I had
City.
just taken a mouthful of drink, for fuck's sake. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Okay, we went to Coal City, and turns out they're really racist when it comes to beast races
They're
and
not
other
really,
races that they
they are
seem
racist.
inferior.
I'm not gonna lie. At that moment, Wilhelm's gonna kind of like raise an eyebrow, and he's like, "You guys are just finding this out?" Because he is a beast folk.
Yes. Very much
Yeah,
so.
but like,
Cole said he takes it to an extreme.
I mean, you could kind
Yeah.
of fit 3 strippers in 1 trench coat.
He's still thinking about the dwarven women, apparently.
He's all about the dwarf woman.
okay, so basically any other races besides elves, besides the drow, humans, dwarves, and gnomes are considered the higher races. Anyone else is not.
Yeah,
That begs the question on a halfling.
halflings are also in the non-racially
Yeah.
prejudiced group.
Yeah. Because they're usually... Yeah. Canonically, they're descended from gnomish and either elven or dwarvish stock.
Did that right? Oh, damn it.
I guess they're considered high races as well, but I guess that depends on like after. Yeah, I don't know.
Do they only get short stay visas?
Oh. Okay, they're like... If elves, dwarves, and humans and gnomes are the pedigree races, then halflings are like designer crossbreeds. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I understand. Sorry, I'm
So
just being slightly wrong.
Halfling is like a cockapoo.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
So do you guys have a plan for dealing with racist city, or?
racist city. Is that what it's going to be? Its canonical name now?
Well,
That's just how people act to him. So
we're going to go. We're going to talk to the beast fellow. We're going to see if we can start a proper. Hopefully, we're going to try to start out with a non-violent revolution. But given the deep-rootedness of the situation and what else, we may have to turn to violence at the head of the snake to
Sorry, you've gone robotic. What did you say?
my freaking God. I said we're going to talk to peaceful first to see if we can attempt start a non-violent form of revolution. But given how deep-rooted things are, and yeah, we're probably going to have to go attack the head of the snake.
That's what you were talking about with snakes. Okay.
Right.
To root out the corruption of stupidity.
Corruption of stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So, do we have contacts among the beast folk? Like, who do we trust?
Not yet, but I do have somebody I do want to do because they did not behave as I would have expected them to behave during the situation we found ourselves in the town square.
Alright. And next question. I mean, have they already got a group have they already got groups assembled and they just need a bit of expert assistance, or is it more a case of we're going to be starting something from the ground up? Because
they may have stuff going, because we did hear a news report this morning about some of them being arrested.
all right,
But that could be heavily biased by the reporters. So it could have just been people existing, and they decided that they didn't like them in the area and had them arrested.
all right, no worries. And okay, do we know what the system of government is down there? Like, is it a town council? Is it a bunch of Is it a city government? Is it an autocrat? Is it a king? Like, what we got?
To be perfectly honest, we didn't really have a lot of time to find out a lot of stuff, because we inadvertently drew a little too much attention too early, and decided we were going to lay low. And then we left this morning to collect Rawlish, and do these other couple things real quick before we head back and actually seriously dig into our planning.
Alright, why am I not fucking surprised? Okay, it sounds like then what we need to do is we need to go into town, go back and try and generate data on what the situation is, what the style of government is. There are a load of key assumptions or key questions that need to be answered before we can even come up with a plan. Because if we're going to go in and we're going to make a plan on the assumption that it's some sort of king, we're going to come real unstuck real quick if it turns out it's some sort of mayor and he gets re-elected in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Then we just kill the guy, don't we?
Yeah, but the problem is, like I think I was saying at one point, you kill a guy, you kill Mr. Bad, and it tends to make room for Mr. Worse. So what you want to do is you want to try and resolve the problem without turning your enemy figure into some sort of martyr. Because if you do,
two more shall take its place.
Because if you do that, then you've sort of given enemy public relations, enemy support, a nice big shot in the arm. Maybe a thing to do would be, in my mind, discredit the local leader, get him diselected, perhaps plant some rumours about him fornicating with beastie folk, and then go from there. Let's be creative.
So, spread gossip.
Say again?
Spread gossip.
Well, yeah, spread gossip, because if you're saying, hey, we don't want to start by blowing stuff up, then whilst on the one hand that kind of limits our options, on the other it gives us a few opportunities, and you can't spell option without opportunity. So
what?
Sorry, you can't spell opportunity without option. But anyway, does anyone have any questions or any thoughts?
Well, we do know the name of an organization that seems to operate in the city that's causing a lot of the problems.
Right. And how do they work? What do they do? What's their shtick?
Well, they're the Order of Wormsbane, and currently they seem to work the propaganda method by publishing books.
No worries. And what sort of popular support do they command? Like, if we were to say, here's the leader of Wormsbane, he wants to be your mayor, and the whole beast folk question was put to one side, how likely would people be to vote for him?
Well,
I don't know if they have a voting system.
Yeah, it could just be council.
Okay, let me put it this way. If a government is to have any legs at all, it needs to have some form of legitimacy. You only get legitimacy when the government has permission of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people only, like a government will only go so far without legitimacy. Otherwise, yeah. Am I making sense?
Makes
Yeah,
sense. I think
it's
you
just we don't have. I guess we just don't have the information
Yeah,
Okay.
you know,
yeah, so
leadership, so we might want to look into
Well,
that.
Yeah, well, there's our first and second steps then. So we need to go back. We need to gain information, and then we need to make ourselves a nice little plan, and then we need to meet this little Order of Worms Fang, see what they're all about.
Worms
And,
Fang?
Worms
Bane.
Fang.
Bane.
Bane.
Yeah. Okay, we need to meet this little Order of Worms Bane, and we need to see what they're about. See if they've got some staying power, if they got some legs, and whether it would be worth us working with them, through them, co-opting them, or just working in competition with them. Because if their plan is to set up a government, set up a government of religious fundamentalists and start pushing people off of hospitals in wheelchairs, I think we need to
What the fuck are you talking?
stop that from happening.
What?
Been there, done that, bought that T-shirt. Next question.
Box.
In summary,
Max. Mike.
In summary, we want to make less mistakes than the American coalition made when they went to invade Iraq.
fucking hell! Just you want to go back to Coal City and gather more intel. That's the short version. Yes.
That is the short summary. Yes.
All right, cool. We can work with that.
Okay, first we're speaking to Mike's because
You're breaking up again. Jeff? He left us.
Maybe his internet just cut off for a moment.
Yeah, maybe.
switching from Wi-Fi to data.
Okay.
So what did you say?
So yeah, I said first I want to go to Mike's to either get my item or at least get rid of the dangerous item that I'm carrying around because it scares me.
Yes. Okay. So first to Mike's.
Yes.
Do any of you have any... Does Wilhelm in particular want to know what Mike's is?
Yes. He's been kind of out of the loop for a while, been on the underground. He needs to catch back up.
Anybody want to fill him in?
Mike's is a magic shop. Mike is a shopkeeper who creates magic items. Who works almost exclusively with life glass, and thus can make some very interesting items.
I am slightly intrigued. Let us go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. When we're going to Mike's, do we pass by the bank?
You can. You can take a detour by the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I could catch up with you guys and meet you at Mike's. Just gonna withdraw all my money just in case if we need more
The stuff
for the revolution.
What did you say?
I said,
So yeah, you head over to the stuffed purse bank.
Yep.
And wait in line to see the teller. And inform them that you want to withdraw all your funds. Is that correct?
Yeah. Currently in there is 20,000 gold.
And the gnome behind the counter says, "Are you sure you want to withdraw all that at once? I mean, it wouldn't be safe to carry it around.
Guys, don't worry about it. My treat. Let me try and buy you guys some things. Just don't bankrupt me. It'll be okay.
I'm sure.
Oh yes. Please.
I was talking to the gnome, but
You sure?
is there a problem?
Oh, no. Just give us a few days to get that together for you.
Insight check.
You see, it requires advance notice to withdraw such a large amount at once. We need to arrange a security detail, and wouldn't want to have you lose all your gold before you've even left the premises, now would we?
Does he seem sus with my roll?
He's definitely hiding something, yeah. He seems reluctant to give you all your money. After all, like I said, it would be safer to leave it with us and allow the compound interest to continue to accrue. That way you can, if you leave the money in, you can take a little out, and as long as the rest of the money remains in the account, then you'll always have a little to take.
True, but I'm going to just need to do some shopping for Graziel.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to open a line of credit, then perhaps we can. We are aware of the business that you are referring to, and we have worked with him before, so it should be possible to make an arrangement where you can simply give him your account number, and we can make sure that he receives the funds for anything that you purchase from him.
I think the physical gold would probably be better. I'll come by later to see how much you scrounged up, okay? Hope you have a good day.
Okay. Well, if you do want to withdraw all the funds, you'll have to fill out this form.
I'll read through it.
Mm-hmm. There's there's a place for your name and your address, and the reason why you need to withdraw all your funds, a space for any for rating the bank and anything that they could do to improve their service to keep you banking with them, etc.
Do I say anything like suspicious in writing?
Well, you do see that the small print does confirm that all transactions for the entire balance of one's account may take up to 72 hours to be fulfilled.
Right. No, something I acquire. Seems like giving up my soul or anything, or just plain contract.
It's just a plain. It's just an annoying form designed to make it easier for you to leave the money in the account than to withdraw it.
I'm young. I'll just write it. I'll fill out the form.
Fair. Okay.
Which was a scowl on her face.
The scowl on her face. Fair enough. In the meantime, the rest of you, I believe, are heading to Mike's Emporium. Yes, yes.
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 Okay. You go to his little shop, which seems to have been mostly repaired after the last time you saw it.
Sometime tonight I need my phone.
Mike himself still looks deformed and crooked. So, to Wilhelm, what you see is a young-looking half-elf with a hunchback. He's got a very pronounced hump.
Okay.
And he's working around the shop, repairing various parts of it. He's working on the window frame at the moment, just hammering away. Oh, it's you guys. Did you get the material I asked for?
Yes.
Julia will reach in her pouch and pull out the iron and steel and
Yeah, the lead and iron container.
Yep. The box. Yep. Boy, was that not easy.
Boy, was that what?
Boy, was that not easy. It woke up.
Did it? And you survived? Impressive.
Yeah. Some of us are hard to kill. Thankfully.
I can see that. Well, if you prove to be hardy, if you're, I could probably find more work for you if.
We've got a full plate right now, Mike. But we will keep that in mind down the road.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and work on the combination of magical infusions that will give you the immunity to all damage that you've been asking for.
I don't need immunity to damage, Mike.
To magic.
I'm already
Sorry.
good at it.
It was
No,
magic.
I just want strength and not durability, but not in the way of immunity to being hurt, but more in the just generally hardier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I will. Sorry, I've been a little distracted lately. What with the shop getting destroyed by my father, and you know.
Yeah, we know. No, it's cool, Mike. It's just, yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
how long is that going to take?
Give me a few hours, maybe a day at the most.
Cool. No problem. I think we can definitely swing that. Is that okay with the rest of you?
What, waiting around?
Yeah,
for
fine.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
All right then. Did you go back and explore that tunnel any further?
Not yet. We're kind of, as much as we want to, we're kind of putting it on a back burner because, to be perfectly honest, with the things we learned in your book, it kind of scares us.
Yeah, it scares me too. Havana has to be stopped. I'm sure of it. Don't know what he's up to. But I don't like it.
We just want to make sure that we're properly prepared to do that. So we're going to make a practice somewhere a little less dangerous.
Very well. Well, I'll see you in a few hours then.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
And I guess we start heading back towards somewhere.
Yeah, where do you want to go now? What do you want to do? Does Wilhelm want to show off his constructs? Does
Yeah, sure, we can.
do you want to check in with Viola? What's the deal?
What's everyone feeling like doing?
Pop by Braziel's?
You know, Wilhelm actually hasn't been to Braziel's yet. I'm down to go there. Just look around.
Would he suggest it? I do believe that Gwyn said that she wanted to meet back at the potion shop. Just
Oh, okay, then back to the potion shop.
right?
That can absolutely work, yeah.
Or was it Mike's that you were going to meet them at?
I was going to meet about Mike's.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you hang out a little bit at Mike's while you're waiting for Gwen to show up. In the meantime, is there anything else that you want to ask Mike while you're waiting for Gwen?
So
No,
it's like
we're gonna let him in.
shop, right?
It's a what?
Yes.
Is it like so? It's like a shop, so he's got like things around you can look at.
Yeah, he had a few sample items on display. Like they're purely just examples of the items that you could get infused with magic. So he's got some rings and weapons and suits of armor on display and shields, but as well mundane items as well, like books and sewing needles and buckets.
It's you know what? Don't judge the need for a good bucket.
Bucket can be helpful for all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm. There's even some brooms.
Is anybody who can't fly feel like flying?
Sure, why not? I'll do it.
Do what?
Fly, because someone was saying if anyone who can't fly feel like flying, so sure.
Oh, I was cracking a joke because he said he has brooms.
Yes.
Oh, right, sorry. My bad. I mean, it's not so bad. You know, normally I'm out and about. I'm out in the deep black. It's all about defying gravity out there. It makes you feel a little green, though, sometimes.
Were you... Sorry? What did you say,
Show
Joe?
off so I can anything.
I'm not sure if he's talking to us or not.
Mm.
Show off. I can fly. Anyway.
Were you trying to talk to us?
I was, but it doesn't matter. I was being ridiculous anyway. So,
Oh, okay.
moving on.
Okay. Damn it, we missed a joke. So yeah, Mike is going to be wondering why you're waiting around.
Some of us are window shopping, and we're waiting for one of our companions to meet us here from one of the other shops in the area.
Oh, the lady with the mask.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool magic item. Well crafted. But yeah. Hope you don't mind me getting on with just hammering away here.
No. You do what you need to do.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. He does so fairly stiffly, like it's clear that he can't maneuver very well with his deformity. But anyway, eventually, Gwyn shows up, looking frustrated.
I guess just open the door with just like a scowl on her look and just hair that looks like she's been spending, like, doing taxes for hours.
Bureaucracy?
That bank is evil.
That bank is evil.
No, a bank is a bank. And their bureaucracy at its finest.
Not sponsored.
So much paperwork. And he better have my money.
Well, if he doesn't have your money, I will open his vault and we can get your money.
Oh no, I'm not worried about, like, getting my money back. If he doesn't, I'll just steal it. I'm worried about if, like, they don't actually have money in their bank.
As
Because...
I said, we'll explode it.
Because what, Quinn?
No, I lost train of thought.
Sorry.
What were we saying, Rollish?
I was just saying if they don't, we'll explode it. That'll cause some hyperinflation.
Nah, I guess I'll just walk through walls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. They showed you.
Anyway.
They just showed you the security of that place, and it was fairly impressive.
Let's, oh, we've got a couple hours to spend. How we want to do it. Anybody got anywhere else they want to look at? Anything they want to do? I'm up for anything short of, pull up.
Well, I was thinking I could go to the library and do some research on this little town we're going to. Find out a little bit about it and, see what we can see.
I don't think City of Gate has a public library.
Well, sure. How else do the kids learn how to cook meth?
Our angel neighbor.
Yeah, you can go to the Angel Bookshop, yeah.
I could indeed go to the Angel Bookshop.
Yes.
So I'm going to go see the... does anyone else want to come with me?
Sure.
Sure, why not? No harm in it.
Alright, and then maybe we can work out a plan, right, before we even go there, to have a bit of knowledge. So we'll go to the Angel Bookshop, knock on the door, hello.
Greetings! Welcome, come in. Sorry?
Wait a minute, Rollish. Did you say small city?
Well, whatever it is, it's a town run by a bunch. It's a town run by a bunch of Ku Klux Klans, is what it is.
I think
that may be, but it's also the largest. It's also the largest town in the continent.
Oh, you're talking
along with being with the one of the main trading posts between everywhere.
Okay, well that's good to know. See, now a picture is developing in my head of how we can destabilize this place and what we need to do to make things happen the way we want.
So,
sorry.
The rest of the party already knows something of the history of Coal City, and I'm sure they would fill you in if you'd like to hear it.
Sure, I'll hear what they have to say about the history of this place. Info.
Coal City was founded originally as a small trading post between dwarves and the gnomes trading materials back and forth. However, as the trade grew bigger, so did the town. More people moved in, and it just generally became the industrial city of Skelbany. And yeah, unfortunately, when it was being built, it was being built by the.
Built on
It
the
was
backs
mostly
of
built
these
by.
folks.
Yeah, on the backs of the beast folk, who were housed in shitty conditions, and it's not really changed much since then.
All right, no worries. Sounds like a regular fucking Gate 3.0, only without the depression. Oh no, there's depression there too. It's just, what's the word? The depression this time is natural, as opposed to artificially induced. Ain't that great? Like, no godly gate here. This is entirely 100% the sentient condition. But thank you very much. That's useful. So I suppose the thing to do, as said, let's learn more.
All right.
Learn more about the structure of their government. And yeah, so.
So you're going to do that by reading some books? Okie dokie.
I'm going to do that by seeing if they have any books, particularly shit like tour guides or else academic papers that may have studied the city at all, or anything like that. See if there's anything useful.
Okay.
Also interested in how their logistics network is set up, like how they do their planning, how they intake their raw materials, how goods get from place to place.
Okay.
Where are the critical nexuses of shit going from one place to the other, so that we can blow those places up.
Is this what you're saying to the bookshop owner?
That is me specifying what Rawlish is looking for. Rawlish would probably be saying this out loud, like.
So that is literally what. Okay, that's funny.
Like, be sort of saying it under his breath, you know. He's maybe something like this, you know.
What is it with you and blowing everything you see up?
Yes.
Sometimes
I'm an evocation wizard. It's like my thing.
Yeah, and I'm a singing holy warrior that, you know, has deft hands, but that doesn't mean I go around taking everything.
Please don't blow up my bookshop. It's taken me centuries to curate this many books.
I won't blow up your bookshop. Don't worry. And
Wilhelm has probably already got his face buried in a book, so he will pipe up and agree with the old man.
Right. So, as I said, I'm looking for books about this sort of thing. And regime change is something I happen to know a little something about. So,
is it really? Well, perhaps
yes.
Sometimes I can interview you for studies.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can talk about it, but we'll put a pin in it.
Well, that would make it awkward. How are you at writing?
I'm fairly reasonable, but as said, I'm not sure I can write this down, but we'll see. For now, though, books.
Yes. Books on the history and government and commerce of the city of Gate is what you requested, yes?
Not the city of Gate.
No, Coal City. My bad.
Gold
yes.
City.
My apologies.
City.
Okay.
Right.
Shit, Jesus.
Shit, Jesus?
Sorry, I sneezed.
Oh,
I thought I unmuted myself after I said shit, Jesus, but I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Like a dollar store Jesus. Just a shit Jesus.
No.
Anyway,
Okay.
sorry.
No, it's alright. It's my own fault. Like I said, I thought I was still muted.
Okay. So he gets you a book that does cover... Well, he actually shows you several volumes that cover various periods of time, and even he even has some council minutes from various time periods.
Right. All right. Sorry.
So yes, pick up a book and start reading. Make an investigation check to see what you find out.
One second, character sheet is being a bitch. There we go. Investigation. Yes.
Investigation.
Fuck's sake. That's not bad.
22! Very nice, very nice. So yes, you get yeah, it's confirmed that yes, it was founded by a coalition of dwarves and gnomes. That and yeah, the city built up, and very quickly, several guilds were established to keep the place running smoothly. There has been a cartographer's guild and a merchant's guild, a guild of knowledge, a guild of technology, all that stuff for quite some time. It is rumored and heavily suggested that there are strong alliances amongst certain families and business and guild members within the city. There are basically all the guilds are friends and friendly with one another and do favors for one another. There seems to be a common thread uniting them all, a sort of unifying, secretive organization that lays beneath the surface of the apparent ones. The guild.
Sorry.
Prominent members of each guild form the city council, which they work together very closely to make sure that their city runs smoothly, and the right people earn the license to sell goods in the city and form other forms of business. Basically, it's they all shake each other's hands and help each other out. And there's also confirmation that there has been a strong slave trade, an import of workers to develop the city right from the beginning. Sometimes from other countries, continents, such as the Pride Lands. Others are bred specifically for the purpose. And it is rumored that the people of the nearby town of Derp were actually brought here from another plane Entirely. Yes. So yeah, quite a lot of information.
All right. And inquiring as to the people of Derp, are these the infamous paper people?
The paper people, yes.
Ah, good to remember. I am, however, going to put that to one side. So this little organisation, it seems like then tricks are this organisation, this secret group, might be the place to start knocking if we needed to knock something down, or if we needed to, because it seems to be this fucking, or we bring this covert group to light. Say, hey, you guys are being manipulated. You guys are being manipulated by a bunch of wankers you didn't even vote for. You didn't vote for and aren't accountable to you. And they're stepping all over these fellow beings. And, you know, and as for you, Mr. Merchant over there, you want fucking, I mean, you've got a good product that you want to sell, but you're not on this city council, you're fucked. So why are you voting for these people? You know? Like, there are options here. Ways we can sow discontent among the population as a whole. Start whispering. And then we see who responds to the whispers and how. And then we respond to that by targeting those people. Targeting those people for further defamation. Forcing this little secret government of theirs to move into the open to crush us. And then when they reveal, hey, we're the secret government, at that point, we can show the people, hey, you're being maneuvered, you're being misled, you're being controlled by the lizard people.
Excuse me, lizard people?
Or we could just wait for them all to get into one place, to meet to decide what to do about us, and then we blow that building up.
Fucking hell.
Rollish question.
Yes?
Who are the lizard people?
Well,
The dragons were on the moon.
what do you see? A long time ago,
in the moon.
A long time ago, a faction of dragons. They came down from on high, and they taught the ancients how to build these strange structures that no one knows anything about. And then they left, and apparently they're waiting for a signal to come back, and then they're going to start up their ancient war with the Greys, and then then we're all going to be enlightened.
So he's talking absolute bollocks. 100% bollocks.
and this is absolute trolling, by the way. This is Rawlish is absolutely not being serious as he is saying this.
Yes.
Just want to be clear.
Yes. Bullshit. He's chatting shit. So.
Anyway,
are you guys going to? So, Wilhelm, you said that you were also looking at a book. What sort of book would you have been looking for, or would you have picked up the one that you had before, or
the one he had before?
Same one. Okay.
Yep. If you want, I can roll a new roll for the investigation for that one.
What was the subject of that one again?
Old magic.
Old magic. Old magic of Skelbany. Yes. Okay. Roll it.
A natural one? Oh my lord. Alright, yeah, we're not doing that today. Oh no.
You don't see anything that's as much as you want to, your eyes glaze over and you find that you just can't take any more information in.
Question: Lucky can ability check. He'll use a luck point on that because fuck that. He wants all the knowledge. Yes.
21. That's more like it. All right. So.
So he's got 2 luck left.
According to this book, there was once a time when it was possible that there was a golden age of magic, of magecraft, when instead of the wizards referring to books and sneering at the sorcerers who could cast spells without all the training that they have received, there was a time when sorcerers were revered for being connected to the source of magic, and the spells that they created instinctively were actively practiced and studied by those who were that weren't born with it and were trying to learn it. And these people who were studying the sorcerers to try and figure out how do you do magic themselves, they were the first wizards, and they, through their observations and experimentations, designed new spells and expanded their repertoire through trial and error and study, instead of just reading some dusty old tome and practicing somebody else's spells.
Interesting. Okay.
And once again, there's a reference to the academy being an ideal place for this type of magical development and magecraft.
So has he heard any other mention of the academy before, or is this the first ever mention?
Well, when you were reading the book before. Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Don't think there's been any mentions of Grandma's Academy so far. No.
Maybe there's just some mentions of, like, magic of kids going to the dark woods and never coming back.
Yes, the kids that go to the dark woods and never come back. Yeah, that's true. That has been mentioned, but there's nothing tying those two bits of information together. Yeah.
You know.
And there was some vague, weird mention of an old lady in the woods when we visited the Werepanthers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And gingerbread.
And gingerbread. Yes. So, there's also, you got a 21. There's also a little bit of information about Grandma in there.
About what?
About the founder of the academy, Grandma.
Oh, okay.
It is said that the first recorded moment that the first recorded mention of Grandma was when a young student, soon-to-be student, called Greta and her brother Hans were playing on their parents' farm, their sheep farm, and making mischief, running around, having fun. One day their stepmother decided that she'd had enough with their games and their mischief, and told her husband, the farmer, that the children's mischief was causing all kinds of calamities and disasters to befall the farm, that their mischief was attracting the attention of small fey creatures called brownies, who made things go missing, made shears get blunted, made the farmer's wife trip and fall in the mud, stuff like that. And she convinced him somehow, possibly, some say through witchcraft, convinced the father that the only way to appease these mischievous spirits would be to take the children into the dark woods and leave them there. And he did. They spent several hours in the woods on their own. He convinced them that he was just going to step away for a moment and he would be right back, and he just didn't come back. And the children were lost and didn't know where to go until they smelled gingerbread. And they followed the smell of gingerbread to a small cabin in the woods, where a kindly old woman named Grandma invited them in, gave them gingerbread and some tea, and then showed them the Academy of Magic, where they would spend the rest of their lives. So yes. Anybody else doing any reading?
Yes, I'm doing some reading.
What sort of book would you be looking at?
How to run a city/government and the art of war.
How to teach a city the art of war?
No, two separate books.
Oh, how to run a city and
Yes.
the art of war. Okay.
I will say, The Art of War is actually a really good book.
Sun Tzu? Yeah.
Yes, Sun Tzu.
It's really good.
Yeah, he doesn't have a copy of Sun Tzu's The Art of War. And even his, well, any books on the subject of war are also written from the perspective of a scholar who is following a general around and making observations about their strategies and tactics and stuff.
So pretty much Sun Tzu.
Yeah, but the same with the government. Again, it's from the perspective of a scholar who is studying government processes rather than, rather than being written by somebody in government or somebody in the military. And of course, you notice that these two books are written in the exact same writing style.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So you pass the time thusly by reading lots of books and gathering all kinds of information, filling your heads with words. Does Kiori take the time to pop next door and see how the kids are doing at all?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So how are they?
They're doing great. They seem happy. However, Baggy does pull you to one side
Okay.
and lets you know that several of the more gifted children have wandered off. She would like to go looking for them, but since she has to keep an eye on the rest, she hasn't been able to yet.
She can go look for them.
Sorry?
I think. Should we let her go look for them?
The last thing anybody heard from them is that they mentioned gingerbread.
They've gone to Darkwoods then.
Oh, it's not safe to go there, is it? I mean, will they be okay?
I don't know. We may have to go looking for them.
Well, be careful. Every time I've sent my reachers in there, they've never come back.
I'll see if any of the guys have got like a teleport spell or something so we can get back.
Might be a good idea. Good luck.
How far did your reachers get in before they didn't come back?
Not far at all. One of the earlier ones I felt step on something sharp.
Oh, of course, it's the fucking bark skin trees.
Another was beset by insects. Yet another was attacked by a panther.
Right. Have you heard of bark skin trees?
I believe so, yes.
That's probably what your reacher stepped on.
That makes sense.
Ahoo.
The queen hates those trees.
Yeah, and then the insects live at the base of the trees.
Ooh. Yes, I remember that now. It's horrible. It's horrible what those things do to people.
Yeah.
Well, have fun.
Yeah. I'll make sure I take a big stick with me.
Big stick with bells on.
Maybe not with bells on.
No?
Because then the werepanthers will see us.
Ah, yes. But perhaps you want the werepanthers to see you. So they can clear away the seed pods.
They'll probably want money for that.
Perhaps. Maybe you should tell them you smell gingerbread.
Yeah. I probably will anyway. Seems to be kids or people who've got magic that can smell the gingerbread.
Well, there you go. You won't even be lying.
Yeah. How many?
Well, let's see. I think we're missing about 3.
Alright.
Including the budding young necromancer.
The one who's rescued from the hags?
Well, weren't they all rescued from hags? Well done on killing those hags, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, most of the children you rescued from night hags, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, one of them was clearly being groomed, and she's gone along with 2 others.
Yeah, so Viola's protege.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll need to let everyone know as well, and that might change our plans.
Alright, so you're going to head back to the bookshop?
I'll check in with David.
Yeah, he's supervising a new employee at the moment. Behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure he knows which jars to bring down from the shelves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How to weigh out the right amount of herbs and price it up. Oh, hey, Curie.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. Little Din here is just learning the ropes.
Oh, nice.
Din, this is Kiori. This is the boss. She owns the place.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
And you? How you finding it?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but I think we're getting it.
Take notes. They will help.
Right. I don't read very well, but I'm working on it. He's a work in progress. I mean, you don't get a lot to choose from in this city, I'm afraid, but
That's fine.
we're doing our best.
Yeah. But hopefully this will help. This job will help with the reading as well.
Well, yeah. Certainly giving you plenty of practice, isn't it, Din? Yeah. The labels. Lots of labels.
That's an idea.
What?
Do you think, David, should we maybe make up like a pictogram type directory to help people who can't read very well?
Oh, might make the jars more decorative, but I can't draw very well, can you?
I'm alright. I show him some of the drawings I've done.
Not bad. Oh yeah, the book you showed me, you drew all of those, didn't you?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah. Having those images on the jars to help anybody identify them would be good.
Cool. I'll do that. I'll work on that. We're also going to be away for a while.
Oh, again? You just go back.
I've got some racists to put in their place.
Some racists?
Yes.
Wow, okay. You're, trying to save the whole world there, aren't you?
Yeah, only a couple cities.
Well, good luck to you. We'll be here when you get back.
I'm hoping I can actually stay home for a bit sometime soon. That would be nice.
That would be nice. We miss you around here.
I miss you guys too.
Alright, yeah, Din, let me show you the, where we keep the, long weights. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
I also found some new herbies from the Dwarven lands. There you go.
Oh, very nice. I'll make sure they get catalogued.
We can do experiments and see if we can make some new potions.
Oh, so these are like new, like not identified, not in any of the books yet.
Yep.
Oh wow. I bet I'll just jar them up then and leave that to you.
Cool.
Okay, what do you want to do now? Kiori?
I might like mix up like a healing potion or two while I wait for those to come back
Okay.
and help out since I'm here now.
Fair enough. So a couple of hours pass in the bookshop and the herbalism shop.
Back to Mike's.
To Mike's.
No, after a couple hours passed, generally
Yes.
it's like back
Yes.
to the Mike.
Mm-hmm. My, you're jetting off again?
I have some I have something I need to pick up.
I see. Very well. See you back again soon. I do so enjoy seeing people reading.
Hopefully.
Sorry?
Well.
What did you say?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So, yeah. You all heading back to Mike's? You pick up Kiari first?
Yeah, sure.
You okay? Love that Gwendolyn drinks her wine during Rolish's speech. Okay, so you pop into the apothecary, to the herbalism shop, to let Kiari know that the item that Mike is making should be ready now.
Yep.
Shall we
Just
go?
tap on her shoulder. Make sure we look on the mics.
Mike.
Mikey Mike.
Mike.
Did
My...
anything new happen in your shop while we were gone?
We may have a side quest.
Side quest.
Because some of the kids, including Viola's protege, have gone missing. They smelt gingerbread.
No, that doesn't sound good.
So, I think they've probably gone to the Dark Woods.
Okay.
Do we have any way of gathering information before we go trudging off to the Dark Woods?
Do we have any way of gathering robot
More
voice?
information. More information before we go trudging off into the Dark Woods.
Well, I think between the group of you probably got a fair amount now.
Yeah, Baggy said when she put her reachers in, they didn't come back. One stepped on a sharp thing and disappeared, which is probably a box game pod. One got attacked by a plague of insects, which is probably those rock grub things that live in them.
Buzzers.
Buzzers, that's it. And the
Vulture
other one
bees.
got mauled by a werepanther.
Well, I fear few of those objects.
You fear two of those options.
I fear few of those as
Few of those. Gotcha.
unless the werepanthers are wielding certain weapons, not any of that. But that's just me. I understand that some of you don't have the same advantages.
And the children probably don't.
Yeah, but if they're
Yeah, if they're gifted.
yeah, they're gonna have their own advantages. Yeah, let's get the thing, and then I guess we go hunt for the kids.
Okay.
Um,
That's an idea.
What?
What?
We could gather up darkskin pods,
Mm-hmm.
and when we storm the racists, we can chuck them in and they can step on them.
You're gonna turn the racists into trees.
Yes.
I approve.
that is a fate worse than death. I don't know that I can approve of such a tactic. So, maybe do it where I can't see and don't tell me about it again.
How many
Yeah, we
of
could
our
just do it
characters?
to. We could just do it to government officials and not to the public.
What was Wilhelm trying to say?
How many of us are actually from the Beast Folk races? Is it just Wilhelm?
You're the only one who's an Owlin. Gwendolyn was originally a drow. Now she's a were-rat, so she's bestial. Curie's a Goliath, which is half giant, but they're still considered a sub-race rather than one of the noble races. So they're lumped in with the beast folk, even though they're not beast folk. General is a half-elf, Rollish is an astral elf, so yeah, you're the only one who is 100% beast.
Well, I just wanted to see how many of us were actually members of the group that was actually being mistreated.
3
Let's go turn them all into trees and give them a horrible, horrible death. Be better than those you want dead.
And it also helps with the eco-cycle of things.
The thing is if we go through and we just start wiping out all of them, it's cruel to the kids and stuff. Who that's just how they're raised. The kids don't know better yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I understand they need, the people do need to be woken up and they need discipline action, yes. But I am against turning them all into trees.
Yeah, that seems a bit too far. Just
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
Would it be effective?
Probably the make an insight check. Relish.
Why are my kids fighting? We're just very well.
$17. Okay, so the problem with relying on the life cycle of trees to dispose of the racists is that the trees won't care who's racist and who isn't. Anybody who steps on a seed pod could become a tree, and once somebody becomes a tree, that tree is going to make more seed pods.
All right. Yep, so it seems we need to be discriminating in our targeting. All right, no worries, we can do that. I mean, as I said, nah, never mind. Don't worry. It seems like we're getting sidetracked on this mission with the kids, but at the same time, they're your kids. I appreciate that. So let's fucking get on with doing that then.
Okay. So to Mike's.
To Mike's.
Mm-hmm. And he'd yeah, so you get to Mike's and says, oh good, you're back just in time. So I put the blend of yeah. I worked on the Tarask energy for you to produce the effect you were looking for, the enhanced strength, the enhanced AC, etc. The enhanced defense, all of that. It's a. I hope you don't mind that I put it all in a ring.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Well, it is a very... The creature does have a very powerful energy, so be careful. You may not want to wear it all the time. But here you go.
Okay.
And
So what is...
Go
on. Nothing. Just... She will slip the ring on.
the Ring of Drask. Okay. So obviously it takes you a while to attune to it, but you can already feel it. It feels Sorry?
It feels amazing or scary?
Aggressive. Aggressive.
Oh boy. This could be interesting.
So, what do you do now?
Well, I'm ready. You guys are.
God damn it! What was that?
I'm ready to head wherever you guys are going. While I work on attuning to this item. Then the question is, what does it actually grant me when I get attuned, Anthony?
You're gonna have to tune to it to find out. I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay. I'll cast Identify.
Okay. So.
Ritually as I walk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this ring, when you attune to it, would give you magic resistance, complete immunity to being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, or poisoned. It would increase your strength to...
Increase what?
Sorry?
It would increase what to what?
It would increase your strength to 25. And your con also to 25. It also gives you a frightful presence effect when you're attacking.
Oh my. So,
And
let me see. That was immunity to charm.
immunity to being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Gives you magic resistance. Increases your strength and constitution to 25. And gives you a frightful presence.
Alright.
Each creature's within 60 feet of you need to succeed on... Let's see. Yeah. A DC 16 wisdom save or become frightened of you for a minute.
That's...
They can repeat the save at the end of their turn.
I've got to get up to level 10 so that I can make my party immune to the fear effect.
Well, like I said, it's creatures of your choice.
Okay.
It's
okay. So let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this.
Mm-hmm. Also
Choose choice. Fear. DC was what?
DC 16.
Okay. That's not so bad.
However, you do have a small flaw.
Of course I do.
While you're attuned to the ring, you feel an unbearable desire to consume.
Consume what?
Everything.
That's lovely.
So,
Well, good thing I have. Anyway, don't mind me.
okay. So, yeah, you guys heading to the woods? Or... You okay?
I believe so. That's where we're heading, right?
Yeah. Ellen is feeling very tired.
Yeah, I'm also feeling wobbly.
Okay. Would you guys prefer to put a pin in it here and continue from there next time we play?
What we can do, we can say we're going to head on towards the forest and then, like, begin your next.
So resume from the edge of the forest?
Or, like, going from here to there if people want to go now. I mean, you guys can play on a bit without me. I'm just.
Well, Rollish is also feeling tired, he said.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, and this seems like a good stopping place.
yeah.
Sorry.
But if you want to have a conversation as you're walking through the city towards the Dark Woods, feel free to do so in the RP chat.
I will say, I am going to buy a 10-foot pole
You are going to buy a 10-foot pole.
before we leave.
Okay. You can probably acquire one fairly easily. Given that you might even have something like that hanging around the shop. A 10-foot pole would only cost you 5 copper pieces.
I'll get one of them.
How wide are these How wide are these poles?
How wide?
How wide?
What is the girth of a 10-foot pole?
Yes, exactly that question. What is the girth of a 10-foot pole?
How many small dwarven bearded women is a 10-foot pole?
I do not know. What is the girth of a 10-foot pole in D&D?
Because I've had an idea. What are these poles made out of, by the way?
Wood.
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 Okay. And how would they react to one of these? How would they react to one of these fiber seeds?
It's not flesh.
Because I've had an idea, you guys.
Oh.
What if we made a cart that had basically it has a caterpillar track assemblage of 10-foot poles.
What the fuck?
Wait. We already have a cart.
How are you going to like it's?
And then like there's 2 artificers in the party. I'm pretty sure we can make an engine so that the thing can move.
So what you're trying to make is basically a minesweeper, right?
Yes, something that can drive over the.
Surely that would
Right.
require chains rather than. But okay, yeah, poles. But whatever.
Well,
Unless
I
Go on.
want to use the ropes to. I want to use rope to secure the poles together, and I don't want to use chains because chains are heavy.
Okay. What do the poles do? I'm having trouble envisioning this.
The poles are there effectively to spread the weight. Like if the pole, because effectively we get like a lot of poles, and we lash them together into a caterpillar tread, if that makes sense.
Then they don't need to be 10 foot long each, do they?
But the idea of them being 10 foot long each is so that they can spread the weight.
Okay. How are you going to get this thing between the trees? If its tracks are 10 foot wide.
Well, I was thinking we would knock the trees down, but never mind. It's a dumb idea.
No. I'm just trying to reason this out. That's all.
The big thing to remember: last time we went knocking down trees, the entire Werepanther village attacked us. Almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but we are a level 20. We are, several characters, some of which are level 20. I think.
Yeah, you're all 20. You're all 20.
Yeah, we're all fairly. I'd say we're all fairly meaty
You're
in
strong.
terms of assorted war crime spells.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I just remember something.
Go on.
Wilhelm, are you still technically half demon?
Am I? No. I purified the curse,
Yes.
but I am still the were version of the other two.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I was running my math and I need to go to bed because my brain is not working properly.
No worries.
That's all
Let's
right.
go to bed. Let's go to bed.
Sorry, everyone.
I hope you guys... No worries. No worries. So, I hope you guys at home have enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed playing. I'm tired. So, I'm going to go to bed. But please check out the D&D... the G&G community. We got the link to our Discord server in the description, along with the website. Please buy a t-shirt. It really helps. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And in the meantime, no matter